Hello everyone, it's Cash Count again, coming to you with a new video. Today I'll be doing a replay for a new deck I'm using, Super Quantums. Super Quantums is a great deck, and I've wanted to play this deck for a really long time. It's had a really hard time up until now really understanding how the deck works. So I want to show you a few replays just to see what the deck's capable of, so you want to use it yourselves, y'all can get into it. Before I start out though, remember you gotta like, share, and subscribe if you're enjoying the videos. It just help my channel out a little bit. Alright, well now let's get started with the replays. This is actually like one of my favorites because this one starts off with a completely brick hand and like I ain't have nothing. But it all pretty much worked out in the end though. Let me show y'all. Not to get y'all any spoilers. Alright, so yep, completely. See, Super Quantums, like I only had a green layer, a Call by the Grave, a Foolish Barrel, and two Nessies. I started the green layer, especially on her, and then right there, that pretty much fixed my hand right there because I was able to discard the green layer and then add that white to my hand. And green layer effect activated, I can discard a card to draw a card, discard a quantum card to draw a card. So right then and there, like that just fixed my hand right there. So a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill, you know. You know what I mean? So reveal 3 Super Quantum monsters. His effect is I contribute them. Reveal 3 Super Quantum monsters, and then my opponent randomly picks one of them for me to special summon to the field, while the other 2 sent to the graveyard, and their effects go off. Then another thing is I didn't have the field spell, so by me drawing that, I was able to draw the field spell to my hand. And red layer being to the graveyard, I was able to special summon white layer back to the field. Boom. Kept the maxi in my hand. Got Called by the Grave. I mean, I'm strapped in. I can negate a monster's effect, and I got Grand Pulse. This man has Small World and Forbidden Droplets in his hand. So the reason why I'm activating their effects now, even though their effects are negated, because I want the monsters that are attached to them effects to go off pretty much. So I can add an Alphan and return 3 Super Quant cards from my graveyard to my deck. I want to Call by the Grave that because he would have put some of the Galaxy monsters to the field. I was like, nope, not killing me this turn. Because they get extra effects when Galaxy monsters are attached to them. Well, he has, monsters, I'm assuming, in his extra deck that get extra effects. And so he just settled for destroying my whole field, so that's fine, Some clowns be cool. Alright. It's now for a little bit of payback. Add a Super Clown to my hand. Now, here's one of my favorite cards in the deck. It kind of sets up like a Power Ranger like situation where like I can shuffle all cards on my opponent's side of the field into their deck, and then they can switch some of the extra monster from their extra deck, ignoring some of the conditions. So like now they can bring out their boss monster, and I gotta pretty much find a way to defeat it. Which is another reason why I like this deck is like it kind of like cuts out all the BS. Like give me your best, and I'm gonna find a way to get around it. You know what I mean? So this situation, the reason why I didn't go for Magnus just yet was because he could have negated the field spell. So I said, all right, well, you're going to negate the field spell, then I'll just wait till next turn, flip him face down. like I'm about to do now. So I'm face down, boom. And now I can just pretty much do all the plays I want to do. Magna Liger. Boom. Alphan. See, one situation I would love to be in though, when I activate this card effect, is if I already had King Madness on the field, and then I activated it, because that would have been that would be crazy if I could do that. Because his effect is he's unaffected. He pretty much I can spin a card back to the deck if I dispatch a card. This card is unaffected by a card effect except for super quants, and your opponent cannot add cards from the deck to the hand. So it's like, that pretty much tells you right there he's OP. Only thing that would really mess me up is if my opponent switched him in a monster that was stronger than King Madness, and it could not be affected by card effects. But I haven't hit that situation yet. Mm-hmm. Boom. Gotta send it back to this. Boom, boom, and boom. Took care of his boss, and now just clean it up after that. Got 2 cards in his hand. It's pretty much game over. Boom. Another advantage that Super Quantum has too is it's a very obscure deck. Like, a lot of people haven't even heard of him. So they're just like, huh, you know, what is this XC deck gonna do to me? So like I like that's why I like playing like decks. I prefer playing decks that people haven't really heard of, or like just like not necessarily rogue, but just obscure decks, because it gives me that added benefit to winning, because nobody knows what that card's doing. Like for example, when I first got the platinum, when this game first came out, I got the platinum because we're using straight skull servants, because nobody knew what they were doing, so they negated the wrong thing and whatnot, and I was able to just go right through them. So right now, this is another one of my favorite cards in the deck is Reasoning. It effect is I can pretty much pick a level from 1 to 12, and then no, my opponent picks from 1 to 12, and then if I reveal cards in my deck until a monster with levels appears, that can be normal summoner set. And if they call it right, the correct level, it goes to the graveyard. But if they call it wrong, it goes to the field. But the cool thing about Super Quantums is that they get effects whether it's into the field or the graveyard. So like no matter what, I'm gonna capitalize on it. So that's good. So then you activate Alphan's effect, and I already got a Super Quantum on the field too. Got a red layer, boom, Alphan. Boom. Now Super Magnus time. You know what it is. Especially when I saw he ain't had nothing in his hand to stop me. I was like, all right, we're going off. Get that Trick Crown back to the field. After the Field Flow effect, and summon Great King Magnus. All that man could do is put back row on the field. better do something next turn. It's gonna be game over. That's game right there. Game recognized game. Looking pretty unfamiliar. Alright, and let's just do the last replay of the day. This is a pretty good hand. Ain't gonna lie. That first was not a brick hand like the other one. Long as you got field spell and like, well, no, it's kind of a brick hand if you don't have Alphan. Which is why super quantum white layer comes in so clutch, because I can use his effect to special summon him and send Alphan to the if he sends to the graveyard. When I special summon him, I can send any super quantum monster to the graveyard. So if I don't have Alphan in my hand, I can send white layer to the graveyard from my deck, and then use his graveyard effect to add Alphan to my hand. So yep, there's Alphan, and boom. Reveal the 3 super quants. Also, like, one thing I learned about this deck too is that like the 3 super quant monsters that you pick to come out, even though there's only 4 of them, like which ones you pick is very important. You know, like if you, like, for example, if you don't have a field spell in your hand, you might not want to pick if you do have a field spell in your hand, you might not want to pick green layer or blue layer. You might want to pick white layer. But I already had white layer on the field and I already used the effect, so like I might as well capitalize on blue layer. It's just like, it's gotta think, like you gotta have like think about what's in your hand, what's in your graveyard, and then based off of those 2 things, that's the 3 that you send to the graveyard to get, and then plan how you're going to get out Magnus, pretty much. That's really like the core of the deck of like what you should be thinking about getting them out, you know. Boom. Especially like first turn Magnus, like that is a problem because there's really nothing you can really do. You can't add cards, you can't affect them. The only thing you do is kaiju them, pretty much. That was game. Yeah, that was a little lackluster. So I'll give y'all an extra video off of that one because that was a little quick. Let's do one more quick one. Play. Yeah, I mean, it couldn't really do anything. But like, I want to show y'all that video because it's like, if you get him out first turn, like people, like most decks outside of kaijus have a real problem dealing with this deck. And I want to show y'all this one too because this is me going second against Mathmex. This is another one. I don't know if y'all been reading my descriptions. Mathmex is like, if I was trapped in Yu-Gi-Oh anime and like I needed to like have a deck to like survive in the world, like this is a deck that I personally would pick to play with. You know, like I know it's more powerful ones, whatever, but I just pretty much enjoy playing Mathmex. You know. Yep. So this would be the deck that I would pick to play in the anime if I was stuck in the anime of Yu-Gi-Oh. Don't necessarily understand, you know, his play style, but you know, they're all different. This is a pretty good matchup. And then also I want to show you this because he summoned my favorite Link 4, Mech Knight Crusader Aramax. So I was like, okay, all right, he got his boss out. I'm about to get my boss out. We going to duke it out. And mind you, because he used IP Max Arena, he can't be destroyed, nor can he be targeted by card effects off his own effect too. So, you know, luckily, Great King Magnus is a problem solver. He's a problem, but Magnus is a problem solver. Graveyard, boom. Let's get all that other stuff out the way. He was gonna bring him back, but now, like, because he was resummoned that way, now he can be destroyed by a card effect though. But he can also shuffle a card in the deck as well. But I don't plan on sending him to the graveyard. I plan on sending him back to the extra deck. All right, now sending Magnus with 8 material. Send him back to the extra deck. Boom. Cleared this whole field. And he was like, "There's nothing I can do." All right, y'all. That's some of the videos I want to show you guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And y'all have a great day, everyone. Take care, and catch you in the next video.